All right, three scary, allegedly real horror stories. Okay. To start off, getting back into my reactions, we're gonna do this one because this guy puts out some pretty good real stories. Some like those thriller, Dateline type stories. They're kind of like Fears to Fathom stories. You guys have seen me play that. This guy usually he's very factual with his stuff. All right, I feel like I should turn off the lights. Get it really spooky in here. All right. Y'all think we should keep the ring light on? I don't know. I mean, let's see what it looks like. I'm down. I mean, I think it looks pretty good. All right, lock in. This is one of his older videos. This editing style, as y'all can tell, it's definitely older.
This happened to my parents back in the late 80s. They were in their mid-20s when this all occurred. My parents decided to go camping in cool California. When they got there, it was kind of late. My mom was sitting down on a log while my dad was unpacking the truck. While sitting down, she heard walking around the campsite, so she went and quietly told my dad she heard something walking.
Nope. Instantly, heck no. I hear walking. I'm gonna walk out there, be a casual Southern citizen. Be like, hello? Be a casual white guy. Just start, checking the bases, making sure it's clear. Letting him know this is my land. Might even pee against a tree, let him know this is my territory. It's where I'm gonna be camping. And then if I see him, make sure he's a chill guy. You can tell if someone's chill. But nah, if it's some random creeper, me and the wife getting out of there. We're grabbing the kids, getting out of there. We'll stay at a motel for a while.
Around.
Heck no.
They got the hell out of there just in case.
Smart parents. I hear walking. Dipping.
They drove about 3 miles down the road with their headlights
3 miles? You need at least 30.
Off so they wouldn't be followed. Once they got there, they set up camp and they began to
Ain't no way this is a white family. The fact that they got out of there, that tells me they're not white, but I don't know. If this is Tennessee, then yeah, that's definitely possible, but I don't know.
Drink their asses off while listening to a boxing match on the radio.
We got radio. This story's
old.
In
for the night.
This story's old.
Now, they don't know for sure that this next event is connected to the first, but they believe it is.
Oh, God.
So they settled in, and my dad was asleep far before my mom. My mom was in the halfway state where you're half awake and half asleep. Suddenly, she heard footsteps outside the tents.
Heck no.
She abruptly snapped back to consciousness and listened. Tried waking my dad, but he was way too out of it.
Whoa. Honey, is your husband drunk? He should be able to get up.
She listened for what seemed like hours, when suddenly, she heard the words, "Here I am, I'm going to kill you," from outside the tent.
What the heck? Nah. No. I hear that, bro. I don't care if I'm a woman. Actually, okay, I kind of do care if I'm a woman in this scenario. I'm going to be a little bit more intimidated. Don't have as much muscle, and, you can't drive. But I mean, even if this is current day me, if this ain't adult me, even if this is grandpa me, bro, I'm locking in. I'm going out there, 12 gauge. We might just go bare fists. If you're saying stuff like that, you definitely got to be mentally handicapped. You're from the wrong side of town, brother. I'm taking you out.
While saying this, the man ran what she believes to be a knife along the tents. She could hear him walking and dragging the knife. She was literally frozen. She couldn't say anything or move.
Move, woman.
With her mouth agape, she finally snapped out of it and screamed, "Jim, grab the shotgun and kill that son of a..."
Yes, sir. Oh my gosh. Her name's definitely Deborah. Oh my gosh. That's what I'm saying. You get out there and you handle business. Yeah.
With that, my dad
oh my gosh.
They heard snapping of twigs and footsteps and heard the guy running away.
Oh, I bet you do.
Of course, my parents didn't have a shotgun. It was a bluff that actually worked. My dad got up seconds later and began to run after him, but he was long gone.
The dad ran!
After that, my parents decided they were getting the out of there before anything else happened. When they got to their truck,
you got to.
They found out that their tires had been slashed.
Do y'all not know how much tires cost? Come on now.
They were in the middle of nowhere and had no...
I'm getting a call. Hold on. How you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm currently recording a video. You're live right now.
Am I really?
Yeah, say hi to the people.
Oh, what's up, people?
Sorry, y'all. My cameraman called me. Had to answer that one. You know, we actually got a vlog planned tomorrow. This video is probably coming out way after, but who cares?
way out with some maniac that wanted to kill them nearby. They actually tried blowing up the tires with one of those things you use to blow up rafts.
Okay. Now I don't think this is a Southern family. This has got to be like some idiots from like Minnesota. This has definitely got to be a liberal family. Like, I mean, blowing it up.
Obviously that didn't work, but they had to try.
Yeah, obviously.
About an hour or so later,
You do
a
gotta
ranger
try.
that was patrolling the area came along and helped them out.
Thank God
He
for the
brought them back
Rangers.
to town so they could get their tires fixed. While talking to the ranger, they found out that he had been searching for any suspicious activity due to recent murders nearby.
Oh,
My
dang.
parents were likely the murderer's next victims. I tried to find some of the murder cases online, but was unable to.
Oh my gosh. What the heck? That's crazy though. That's really crazy. But I mean, W mom for saying. Wasn't his name Dale? It was probably Dale. I know if they're a liberal family, it probably wasn't. It was probably like Alexander. She's like, go get that shotgun. Ooh.
I began
Gosh, this video is definitely old. This is terrible editing. He usually has great videos. How old is this? Holy crap. Oh my gosh, it's 9 years ago. Dang, I just clicked on the first one that popped up when I searched up his YouTube. Dang.
babysitting
I mean,
at 13 to
5.7
earn some
mils,
extra
so
money to spend
that's
horribly
crazy.
on embarrassing things like Fall Out Boy's CDs. I would almost always work for my dad's clients and get referred by word of mouth. I was babysitting
Gotta
for
make
this
money.
one family who had a little girl, 9, and a
It's
little
always
boy,
babysitting.
7. The parents seemed okay, if a tad crotchety and awkward, giving me a full schedule to follow and jokingly threatening to beat any boy who might mysteriously show up after they left.
Are you gay? Oh, this is probably a woman. I always get confused when I listen to his stories because he sounds like, you know, like he's playing a man in every character, but like he just reads these stories. But it's obviously coming from, you know, women and men. But no, okay. So we're with a woman here.
Accused me of knowing a boy, given I basically looked like an overgrown baby with frizzly hair at that age. Almost immediately after the parents
So
had
you're
left,
chopped.
the little girl started singing the words "We're all alone" in a creepy high-pitched voice.
Nope. Nope. If I see a little kid, especially a little girl, not being sexist, but you're singing some creepy crap like that, you're demon possessed, slapping the crap out of you. I'm taking my cash and leaving.
Parents had left. The little girl started singing the words "We're all alone" in a creepy high-pitched voice. "I know," the little boy chimed in. "Let's play rape."
Are you allowed to say that on YouTube? Hold on, wait. Did he actually say... No. Yo, what the heck? Hold up. Nah, that's like actually messed up.
Looking back now, I know the kid probably just heard the term on TV, knew the word was shocking, and said it just for a reaction.
Yeah,
I totally
probably.
bought into it at the time, sputtering, wide-eyed, and changing the subject quickly. These kids were
Yeah,
hell the
for
next
real.
hour. I wouldn't let them watch South Park on the TV because their parents did not seem like the type to allow their precious 7- and 9-year-old to watch a show like that.
South Park's not that bad. Is it? I don't know. I never really watched it much. When I did, I was like 11 or 12. But if I watched it, it was like an episode, like randomly, if there was nothing else on.
As soon as I said no,
I don't think
the
it's that
little
bad,
girl
though.
said casually, "Oh, that's fine. We'll just go play PlayStation in the family room. Feel free to watch it out here." But I knew exactly where that was headed. I said they could watch any other TV show in the living room while I made them dinner. The parents had left instructions to make them sandwiches. I could handle that.
Instructions to make sandwiches.
Before I even got
You're
out
an
the
idiot.
bread, I heard a massive crash. It seemed
Timmy's pushing over the vase again.
like the little girl had broken a glass. Tutting and pissed, but ultimately with no way to punish her, I cleaned it up while these two incredibly weird kids watched with wide eyes. Dumping the broken glass into the trash, I went back to making the sandwiches. I'm a vegetarian, so while
I'd
the
be
kids
worried
have
about the parents
chicken,
getting
I made
mad,
a
like, if it's
simple salad
glass.
one for myself. Just as I was finishing, the little boy screamed out in what sounded like an exaggerated scream of pain. Nonetheless, I ran over to the couch in the living room to check on him.
His sister just has him in a chokehold. Let me watch South Park.
My ankle, he howled, kind of
I know about ankle injuries. They're the worst, so I actually feel this man right here.
dramatically, flopping back into the couch. By the way he yelled it, I could tell he was a horrible actor. While I tried to figure out how he had allegedly
No Matthew
hurt his
McConaughey.
ankle, the little girl slipped out of the room. I was focused
Nah,
on
you
this
gotta
little
keep them
boy
children in
pretending
your
to be
sight, bro.
pain. He kept saying,
You ain't getting away from me.
I went to stand, but it hurt too much. I don't know.
Bullcrap, kid.
He kept saying this over and over until his eyes suddenly flicked to just behind me where I could see the little girl standing with a perturbing smile on her face. And just like that, he was miraculously healed. At this point, I was just thinking these kids were really weird, craved attention.
Nah, bro. Instantly, like right now, but like especially if I'm there, I already know something's up. I'm scanning the whole house, SWAT team, like ready or not, like, cause you know me and my men, like we can do that. I can do that on the game and in real life. And like I'm searching these kids, like, bro, got any explosives on you? Knives, guns, anything? Like, bro, especially if they're singing them creepy songs and saying questionable words at the beginning of at the babysitting job. Nah, my eyes are on you. You're not you're not getting out of my sight. No.
A little too much, and probably needed more parental involvement. Whatever,
Probably.
I was
Their
13
father's
and
probably
I'm
a drunk.
4 hours away. I set out the sandwiches for the two to eat at the dining table. Then I went to get us all soda and returned.
You ain't getting
After
soda
pouring
from me.
soda for both of them, I realized they hadn't even taken a bite of their sandwiches yet. I asked them what they were waiting for.
They're possessed.
Then they smiled. For you to take a bite of yours.
They poisoned it. They poisoned it. They poisoned it. They for sure. Wait a minute. If you made the sandwich, but at the same time you did turn your backs to them, so I ain't trusting it no matter what. Heck no.
For some reason, I felt like my heart dropped after she said this, and I'm so glad I had the gut feeling to open the top part of the sandwich.
Okay, but at the same time, I used to do that as a kid. Like, I wouldn't eat until, like, but this is like 5 or 6. Like, it would usually be like with my aunt and uncle. I didn't want to eat unless they were eating with me because I kind of felt left out. And at the same time, I kind of felt bad me eating and them not. That's usually what I did. So it's not that weird for a kid. But I mean, everything leading up, this is already like out of the ordinary. Like, I mean, this kid's getting backhanded.
Because when I did, I saw glass. Broken glass. Broken glass that I'd put in the trash. I stared in horror at the two kids staring at me with menacing grins.
Nah,
I
heck
lost
no.
it, shouting at them, explaining they could have easily injured my mouth. What's wrong with
You could have easily injured my mouth.
you two? Instead of crying or apologizing or pretending to be ashamed or confused, these two little began laughing. Not like kids. It was too low. It wasn't that silly, typical kids laugh. It was low and threatening. I'll never forget that noise. My immediate reaction was, these kids are too young to be laughing like that.
Oh, heck no.
I called
Heck
my
no.
older sister, cried about what happened, and she came and stayed there with me. We left the house with chills after the parents arrived. I never babysat for those two again. What I can't get past is the level of premeditation that went into sprinkling that broken glass into my sandwich and the totally remorseless way they
That's
responded
crazy.
to my getting upset. They were unlike any two kids I've ever met before.
No, that was definitely a big jump from the second story, dude. Or from the first story, dude. Like, I mean, I know there's some crazy kids out there, and, like, they, you know, kids try and play jokes and whatnot. And, you know, man, like, they get crazy. Like, bro, what? Glass? Nah. And most of the time, the bad kids have really good parents. It doesn't make sense. Like, it genuinely doesn't. Most people I know
This happened
that have
3
good
years
kids, like,
ago,
their
August
parents are
2013
terrible.
at the time I'm writing this. I'm 25 years old, and a few years ago, me and 4 of my buddies who are all the same age as
4 years ago, so you're 21 in
me
this story.
were on our way to New Hampshire for a vacation.
Why are you going to New Hampshire for a vacation? You must live in Canada or something.
Or a 1-week trip, rather, to a small getaway home that my buddy Johnny owns.
Alright,
It's in a
that's fair
very
enough.
rural area, which is ideal for
Fair enough.
hunting, skiing, off-roading, paintballing, and overall just
Okay, I take back what I said. Okay, that actually sounds lit. I've always wanted to do something like that, especially with like a group of buddies.
having a nice rural escape from the city. Why in New Hampshire, you may ask? Well, apparently his grandparents own the land as their own little vacation spot before
Pretty
they
tough.
passed.
Pretty tough.
And he
if you
didn't
ask
want
me.
to sell it. This was the first time he'd be going up there for a whole year. We had a late start to the day, so we left Massachusetts around 3 o'clock.
You live in Massachusetts? Dang. Nah, just chill in Boston. I know the city kind of sucks. The only thing good in there is like the Celtics, but all right, you do
making
you.
a bunch of stops on
Sounds
the way
fun,
there.
though.
We were finally
Honestly,
just
I would be
about
down
there
with that.
at about 7:30. It was starting to get dark now, and the isolated country roads were a bit spooky at this hour. We pulled onto the property off the dirt road, and Johnny slammed on the brakes and said, "Oh my God." We all looked at the home and saw the front door was open, and Maddie
Instantly, no.
I see the door wide open. Now, okay, if this is a resort, you've already paid, you know what I'm saying? That's usually what I do for my vacations, rent out a big vacation home. I see the door wide open. Okay, if it's midday, I'm thinking it's maids, like they're cleaning it up, or whoever owns it. But now, middle of the night, you pull out your shotgun, and you start storming that piece. I'm searching every crevice, even outside, dude. We sweep in that area. Heck no, middle of the night, middle of the day, we'll take, just a 12-inch knife, nothing crazy. Walk in there. If it's a maid, probably gonna think we're crazy. We're gonna put that thing back in the pocket, and then you're probably good. But middle of the night, and if it's a place I own or my grandparents own, I'm leaving. I ain't coming back. I'm calling the cops, being like, "Hey, buddy, I'm going back to Massachusetts, but you can check it out for me."
one of my other buddies, pointed out the flashlight shining around inside the home that we could see.
Okay, if there's a flashlight inside, that's not that bad. Oh, but it also could be a robber. Really could. It could also be a coyote. That's an option. It could be a coyote, which I wouldn't be that. I think I could take a coyote. I think I could.
Through the window. "Dude, we gotta get the out of here," I told him.
Honestly, yeah.
Johnny did something that surprised all of us next. He stepped on the gas,
Steps on the gas, just goes through the window.
approached the home, and laid on the horn for a good 10 seconds.
I mean, honestly, if I'm a robber and like I just hear that horn going off, I'm probably crapping my pants on the spot, like full on diarrhea in myself right there. Like honestly, I'd be getting scared.
Now nothing but a dark, unlit home with the front door open in front of us. Johnny was like, "All right,
Why does he have this opening up? Like that's clearly the front door, or that is. And also, this home sucks. I'm not pulling up to this place.
let's go." As he aggressively left the car, ready to confront whoever was in there.
Oh yeah, Johnny, you
We all
go get him,
followed
fool.
behind.
You go get him.
Johnny ran up the front porch, stormed into the home, flashlight in hand, and
All right,
started
Johnny.
yelling like a maniac.
Hey, get out of here,
Heart
fool.
was racing as I entered the home. Johnny told
Nah, bro. If it's like 5 of my buddies, okay, I can think of like 5 friends I would actually take on a trip. And if it's all 5 of us, I mean, even just all of us bare hands, we're taking out anyone in there. We definitely are. Like, even if it's just me and my best friend, my cameraman that just called me, he's big and strong. Like, I mean, I would trust him versus like 10 average guys. Like, genuinely. I genuinely would. I'm being so for real. The only thing I'm worried about is him having, this intruder having a gun. But I mean, at the same time, I'm kind of invincible, so like, I low-key could go in like second and like let my least favorite friend go in first. That way he can take a bullet. I know, like, I'm studying this guy out, dodge a couple, bang, right hook. We should be good after that. But yeah, I think we could storm that place, like, honestly.
Maddie to run down to the basement with him, while me and the 2 others scouted the main floor.
All right, smart.
We
Split
all
up.
used our
Casual
phones as
white people.
flashlights. The electricity wasn't turned on yet, of course. Alec checked
Turn
the
that piece
kitchen.
on.
Amir checked a small bedroom and bathroom, while I checked a master bedroom down by the end of the home.
Ooh.
It was seemingly empty, but I was afraid to check any of the closets.
Oh, yeah.
I reached out
Sure
my
you
hand
were.
closer knob of one of the sliding closets, but that's when I heard Maddie and Johnny screaming from the basement.
They used the most meme scream of all time. Come on now. This was definitely made 9 years ago. He's got some buns effects in here.
At the same time, the closet door in front of me pulled open with force, and somebody emerged quickly, grabbing me and locking me in a hold. Before
Nah.
both of my friends ran downstairs, I got their attention by yelling, and they came to my aid. They both
Good.
pulled the guy off of me, and he ran out of the house. We all...
No way. He ain't getting a chance to run out of the house. Like, if he's on one of my friends, it don't matter if it's like one of the friends I don't really care about. Like, bro, you're getting beat the crap up, bro. Like, I'm not gonna kill you, obviously, because like, well, if they're attacking somebody else, I think you can kill them and you don't get, it's self-defense. But no matter what, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm gonna knock you out, and then we're calling the cops. I'm not letting you leave, bro. You deserve to be locked up.
ran downstairs expecting to
Something.
find more intruders, but found something much more disturbing.
Oh gosh.
Not only were we
gonna be
greeted
a
to a
body.
putrid smell, but we
Yeah.
were also immediately greeted to the gruesome sight of 2 dead bodies. Not just clean, unwounded corpses, no. These were bloody, missing limbs. Blood was
Oh my
splattered on the
gosh.
concrete floor. It was the most disturbing thing, no doubt, I have ever seen. We all ran as fast as possible out the house in an effort to find the man who attacked me, but it just wasn't possible. Forests surrounded
Dang.
the house, and it would be pointless.
Nah, if you had a weapon on you, or if you had a weapon on him, that guy that got attacked would have been done. Like, I mean, I genuinely think, unless you're right next to the closet, I genuinely think if someone is charging at me, even with a knife, I honestly think I would stand my own. Unless they're, like, way bigger than me. And, I mean, I'm pretty big. I mean, I don't think I'm fat, but I don't think I'm skinny. I'm definitely not, like, I'm not built. But, like, I'm 155, 6'2". And I mean, I used to work out a lot, so I think I could take out most people. Like, especially if it's an average guy. I should probably stop
The sheriff's
in the
department
video.
came to investigate. It became a huge scene with police lines, people taking pictures and fingerprints and everything. The 2 victims were identified as Indian barbershop workers. The cause for the
Not the
murders is, as
barbershops.
far as I know, unknown. I would refer you to
Dang.
Johnny for more information, but I'm not going to invade his privacy and leak his information to strangers like that.
Yeah, Johnny.
When we went home, we didn't speak to each other for about a week. We were all emotionally scarred in a sense, at least for
I
a
bet.
while. Now, it's nothing more than a story to tell.
Golly. First story was a pretty average story, but the next 2, low-key bangers. Dang. Mr. Nightmare, you was cooking up 9 years ago, dude. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that. I definitely did. I love the reaction videos, especially like the shorter ones that have a lot in it, but they're really short. Those are really fun. So I appreciate y'all for watching. I'm going to do a lot more of these. I love, like, you know, the thriller stories. Nothing that's, like, crazy and, like, just, you know, just gory and terrible. Like, those, like, really, I don't like hearing about that stuff, especially late at night, like right now. That just, I mean, when I go to bed, I want to dream about, like, George Strait on a pony. That's the type of stuff I want to dream about. Or, like, I don't know, like running across big corn cobs. Like, I don't know, something. But not like those type of stories. Those are fun to listen to. And like stuff like Dateline, I'll be watching that or listening, I guess. I don't think they make videos. They're more of a podcast. But yeah, I'm going to be doing more of those. I really enjoyed that. I hope y'all did. Casual stuff coming out. Vlogs, ready or not. Y'all know the deal. Appreciate y'all for watching. I'll see y'all later. And remember, quit gooning.